Hello all, welcome back to This Old Save. Seriously's here, and today we're going to do some stuff to continue on with what we've been doing in the last few episodes. So a couple episodes ago, we went and found some new exotic creatures and grabbed some new pets, some new companions. I've gone and grabbed some eggs, and one of them is finally ready to hatch, and we didn't do any modifications yet, so we got to do some egg modifications today. But first, we're going to continue on with what we did last episode. I'm just going to show the results of that. We harvested a lot of biodomes last time. And the entire point, please ignore this. This is for the eggs. So all of this would normally be clear. In fact, I can just move this over back to cargo. Right? This is just to remind me what we need going into our egg modifications. I think I've done a little bit of research. I hope the 3 eggs that I want to modify today will take to those ingredients. But look at this. Look at all this inventory space I've cleared up. Harvesting those plants has let me do this. I have lots of inventory space now. Everything's more condensed, more organized. Look at all of these. I've figured out that you don't need a lot of stuff if you're doing frigate missions every day. Let's see. Hot ice. Organic catalyst, cryopumps in full form like this, thermic condensate, and even enriched carbon come in huge quantities. So does nitrogen salt, actually, but I used all of my nitrogen salt to make these because these do not come in huge quantities, and neither do the components, the semiconductors. So I had to make a bunch of semiconductors. But I had all that. All of that was from frigate missions. All of this, basically, everything on this page is basically from frigate missions, except for maybe these items here that I've used plants to harvest. All of this fungal mold went into these. This was gamma root for living glass to go along with all the cryopumps. I had way more than 17 cryopumps, and I can make 60 more. I deleted 9. I had yes, that's how many that's how many hot ice I had. I had 63 organic catalyst. I've used some, which is great. Yeah, I made 3 fusion accelerant foolishly when I just got 3 from a frigate mission, 3 nitrogen salts. So I had more inventory space, but everything is more sorted. I've renamed some stuff. Yeah, we're not going to go cooking with fusion accelerant. We got to put our storm crystals back there, so that's not a free slot. I guess if we could put this in plants. There we go. That'll do for now. We'll put the explosives in the vault. That makes sense, right? Oh, you know what? We need a slot over here. I wasn't fully done with. I spent a lot of time with inventory management this morning. That's not the point of what we're doing today. Let's get on with what we're doing today. That was the result of last time's harvesting of plants. So I made a lot of stuff, condensed a lot of stuff. We have a ton more. You know what? We could have done that. We could have gone and sold some stuff to some pilots over there, because I could have freed up some slots. This save does not have maximum units. I'm not sure that I exactly want or need maximum units, but we could easily get there right now with all the stuff I just made. Let's continue on. As you can see, I do have a repeat weekend mission available to me. We did that weekend mission on Friday evening. I got that one. Actually, is this the one I don't have on video? Yeah, I messed up, and I have one on separate video. I guess I have like a 7-minute video of me doing it, but yeah, I have it repeat every weekend if I just quit the mission right away and go on and do it on another save. Yeah, we want to head over here. Do we want to grab anything else? I might want to make an autosave with these put away. I remember what they are now. I only put them there to remind me what we need to modify the first egg with. So, let's go into the pet menu and take a peek at the eggs we have and the eggs we want to modify today. Actually, we can do that in the inventory first. Here are the 3 eggs we're going to work on. We have Lycanico's egg. That is, I don't know if I filmed getting this one, but I found it during my explorations, and I'm like, I definitely have to have this one. Oh, that's right, I got rid of the floating fart fish to get this one, because this one also flies. This is like a black orb. It looks like a little oil slick of floating black orbiness. And I'm like, that's really cool. And you can ride it. And I'm like, that's really cool. Flying creature, I'll grab it. It's really interesting. We'll see what we can do. So we're going to modify that. And that's the one I did the research on. These three items and storm crystals, these two have the same effect. I don't know which one I'd rather use. I get lots of geodesite from frigate missions. These ones I have to collect actively. Ho hum. We'll see. We'll see if they work on other creatures as well. The things we're going to modify today is behavior. We're going to do behavior modifications. I'm not going to worry about size. I'm not going to worry about color. I might play around with that at the end if we get around to it with this one here, because this is the one that's ready to hatch. These two, we got to wait 10 hours, 11 hours basically. Okay. I have a couple on the freighter that are ready to hatch, but these are for creatures that I'm not really ready to experiment on. And I could modify these ones too, because I can see some of these are aggressive. I also don't remember what these creatures are, but based on name. So something I am going to do today is when I hatch this one here, I'm going to rename the creature pretty much immediately, because that will be my new version of the creature. I'm not going to finish off with this creature changed in any way except behavior, so that I have a fresh template to work with if I do want to modify size, or if color modifications do work on it. I doubt they do. Let's take a peek, because it looks really interesting in this menu in the companion register. Looks correct here. This is what it looks like pretty much in real life, if you so to speak. But if you click on it here, look at the colors there. It is gray and purple, and you don't see that at all here. This might be an overlay filter that you can see in real life, because it does have a little bit more depth than just this pure blackness in real life. We could summon it out, but we have the hologram effect here. So as you can see, yeah, it does have a little bit of color in that reflection there. So yeah, interesting stuff. You can't ride creatures on the anomaly, so let's, here now, yes, I see. Okay, we're going to modify your egg. Like an eco? But that was the right egg, wasn't it? Yes. Okay, so we want to go to the neural calibrator. Now, some of the other research I've done, let me grab my sheet of paper here. I've written down what all of the base creatures statistics are. And that let me figure out how much, or that's going to let me figure out, I think, how much to modify it. So, like an eco is playful 50%. That's the opposite of what I want. I want helpful, not playful. So we need to go 150% up, basically, if I want 100% helpful. It's also aggressive. It's a 16% aggressive creature, so we need to go 116% upwards in the opposite direction to be, what's it called? Gentle? Gentle, yeah. It's independent, 71%, so that's a huge amount, 171. So by my calculations, playful, we're going to need 7.5 modifications, because each 100% dose, let's see if I think it's geodesite. No, that's gentleness. Chromatic metal. Yeah, chromatic metal. Oh, 105. Cool. That is a full dose. Okay, perfect. Each full dose here is a 20% modification. So we're going to go from 50 to 70. No, wait, we're going down. We're going to 30%. We should go to 30% playful from 50% playful. It's not going to tell us what we're at. It's probably still going to say independent-minded, because we're not even modifying that one yet. That's its highest statistic. Independence, 71%. So we're modifying helpfulness first. Let's try that. We need to do this, by my calculations, 7.5 times. So here's 1. Okay, thank you. I'm not even going to check what it says. I'm just going to do it the 7 times. Yeah, correct. Egg. Now I don't have enough here, so actually what I'm going to do is back out. I am going to move this over to the cargo, and we'll grab it from there. Okay. We can just take the whole stack. It will only put a maximum dose in, so this is number 2. So, should I put 53 in for the last one? Well, I'll give that a try. We'll see if that works. So this is number 3. We can also keep this here. See, it says helpfulness increasing. If this ever says inherited, we're done. In theory, we can go overboard somehow and sequence it to the bottom of helpful, which would be, I don't know, playful, 100%. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go too far. Number 4. And I should, thank goodness this is normal mode, I should have plenty of materials for all of this stuff. The reason I've chosen geodesite and storm crystals is because you only need 1 of each to do a full dose. Okay, this should be number 5. I didn't even check down here. I gotta keep more track of this. We'll see if it says the same stuff or not. Yeah, that menu, the one that I've been skipping and just looked at there, it seems to be bugged. It seems to not correctly list what the changes have been. So this is number 6. Inherited. Okay. Okay. I think we're done. I guess my calculations are wrong, or we can't modify it any further. So let's put that back. Let's go to the next item. It's going to be, these should do the same thing. This should be, yeah, gentleness increasing and gentleness increasing. So the other item we can put in is activated copper. I think that's also a full dose. That is a full dose. So independence decreasing. That's a good sign. This one, yeah, my calculations were already wrong, so I don't know how many we're going to have to do. Let's just do this until it says something other than independence decreasing to start off with. Because eventually it should flip and start saying devotion increasing. All right, let's go back in. If you can reappear here. Thank you. No? Egg sequencer? Thank you. Like Nico. I might have put the wrong egg in before. We could maybe just double check. No, inherited. Okay. It was worth the double check. Activated copper I should similarly put away, but that's fine. Independence decreasing still. That's good, I guess. Perhaps not in real life, but this is not a child. This is a pet. And yeah, I do want it to be devoted. I don't want it to be just aloof and floating around wherever it wants to go. I'd like it to stick close so I can hop on for, practical use. There we go. Still decreasing. Okay, so in theory, because we were at 71% independence. Yeah, we should need only 1 more of decreasing. All right, and this is the right egg. Just double checking. Yeah, okay. Decreasing. Activated copper. All right, devotion increasing. So we are flipping over 0. We should be at 9% by my calculations. But that didn't work for the last one. So maybe I did my math wrong. Maybe some of these give more than a 20% boost. Interesting. This one seems to be following the pattern I expected. Oh, that's regular copper. That was close. And it's interesting that there's a difference between activated and otherwise. All right, devotion increasing. We'll just keep doing this until it says inherited, because then we can't do it anymore, but hopefully we didn't go too far. Yep, all right, activated copper. There we go. Increasing still. I also might have lost count on the previous one. I was only off by 1, so I have lost count on this one, but I think we still need at least one more. Devotion increasing. And I don't think you can overdose it in one go. If you're at like 79%, or I guess that would be a bad example. Say you're at 89% and you give it a 20% boost. I'm pretty sure it just caps out at 100 and then you need to do it again to go around the bend. I don't even know if that's been fixed. That's an old bug. That could have been fixed a long time ago. It's been a long time since I did any real looking into this. Still increasing. We'll see what it says on the next one, and then we have to work on its aggression. We do not need an aggressive... it's already a spaz, right? Look at it flying around my head. We don't need it to be attacking stuff. Activated copper. Still increasing, okay. Alright. How many do we need of these? It's just under 9 if we needed 171%, and they're 20 each. I can't keep track of how many we did, but let's figure out if this is it or not. Inherited, good, good, good. We are done with that one. Put that away. And it should be these ones now. And gentleness increasing. So we were at 16%, and if this gives a 20% boost, we would be at 4% above 0, which would be gentleness increasing. So that's probably why it doesn't say aggression decreasing. And we'll see if these same materials hold true for the other animals, or if each animal has its own set of what these things do and affect on their personality. But that's my hope, actually, is that they're the same, so we can just use these same materials and do the exact same effects to the other creatures based on the statistics that I've written down for them, which by my calculations are way less, because these ones are pretty much good as is. They're all helpful or close to it. They're all not aggressive, the other two. Gentleness increasing. Okay. This is, what, number 3? So 3 more should max it out, in theory. Increasing. Okay, so that's number 4. There we go. The egg sequencer sometimes does not like to be retargeted. Chronos has that bug too, but way less often. Well, maybe not less often, but you certainly use Chronos a lot in a row, and so you'd think you'd notice it. I don't tend to do this much egg sequencing in a row, and I notice that bug on the egg sequencer quite a bit, where it just disappears your ability to target it. All right, are we done? I think this is the last one, because we just used a stack of 5, right? So we should be on number 6. Gentleness increasing. So, fingers crossed, we're going to put the egg back in and see what we have. If it says inherited, I'll go make an autosave. I can always hatch another egg and start over again, wait another day, if this did not work out properly. Okay, that's the correct egg. Inherited. So we're going to just back out of that. We're going to go make the autosave. Hop. Of course, we could have been parked a little bit further away, but of course we parked this far away. Using the egg sequencer, you got to park that far away. Okay, we don't need to go all the way back to the egg sequencer to figure this out. Okay, so what we want to do is go into the inventory. We have an autosave made. We want to hatch this egg. Hatch. And boom. And we want to talk to the pet. Starving. We'll give it a treat. We'll give it a pet. And we'll give it a treat. Just in case, because... Oh, hey, nice name. Amy. I'm definitely going to rename that if it's got the statistics I want, though. So let's take a peek in the register. Creatures, companion register. Amy, and you can see I have to do one of these one at a time anyway, so it's pretty good that these animals are not ready to hatch yet. So we are at perfect playfulness 100%, gentleness 100%, devotion 100%. That's exactly what I wanted. If you want different statistics, find the materials that work for you, and go on the assumption that they work at 20%, but when it says inherited, stop doing it. That's the general rule to work with. I'm happy with that. We're going to make a new save. That's perfect, because what I'm going to do is, now that I have that creature, actually, we're going to make another save after this because I didn't do those things yet. We're going to go to the register. We are going to ditch like an eco. Thank you for your services, like an eco, but your child is superior. It has the personality that we want, and yeah, we can modify it further from here. I'm not going to play around with the size or color yet. I know that I'll be able to ride it. The parent had the exact same height and weight. It might have to grow up, might have to wait a week before we can give it a test flight, but that's fine. One more thing before I get out of the ship and actually make the save. Let's go back into that menu and name it, so that when it does make an egg, here we go, up here. Orb? Orb. There we go. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will just get rid of the entire name, or make a name like Orby. There we go. That should be obvious enough for the pet names, I think. We're also going to rename our robot Robot. That'll help with the egg, but I've already grabbed that egg. So let's take a peek at those ones, because I would also like to modify those to have the same sort of statistics, personality-wise. So, that one is Tamisina. Let's see whose egg is next on the list here. No, wrong one. That is the bone crab. Bone cat is Asoi. Tamisina. Let's do the robot next. Let's put this away. We should have done that first. Making the save. Alright, Tamisina should be here. Yes, cool. Now this was, I can't remember. Gentleness. Yes, that's correct. Okay, good. It seems that we have the same statistics, at least on these two creatures. So, we need just over one of these. We need 1.5. So we don't have a way to get half of a geodesite. So let's just hope that we don't overdose it here by giving it 2. Am I reading the right animal? Let's see. That's the problem with writing things out on paper, is you have to double check. If we had some sort of mod or app or something for this, this would probably be better. Gentleness, yeah? Okay, yeah. Okay, the next one should say inherited for gentleness. We should have already maxed out gentleness for this one. That should be nice and quick. Okie doke. Tamisina. Yeah. Inherited. Perfect. This is working out great. Next we want, let's just go activated copper. It's the furthest one that I'm going to have to scroll for, I think. Because chromatic, well, we can do chromatic metal as well. Let's start with chromatic metal. It's right there. Helpfulness increasing. Begin. So this animal is already 17% helpful. So we need 4.5 of these. Is that what I said? Over 4. This will be 2 of chromatic metal. And again, chromatic metal was the one we did on the first one that seemed to do more than a 20% per dose. We'll see if that has the same effect here or not. Also, it's possible that I wrote down the original statistics wrong and did my math wrong based on original faulty numbers. Could be that. Lots of places to make mistakes. This should be number 4, correct? No. Well, it's still increasing. We're gonna go with 4. I think. Oh yeah, it was just over 4 we needed. That's why. That was 4. So this one should also say increasing. But because this is chromatic metal, we can do, say, whoops. Well, if I cut it in half and up it, 59%. I could go with a 50% dose by going 53 probably, but I don't want to have to do that math. Let's just do that. It's worth the gamble. We're going to do some experimenting just to double check my math because I had some weird stuff going on that first one. All right, put you back in. It should say inherited no matter how much we throw in here. Oh, well, my math is wrong. On the other side this time. That's weird. That's very weird. Unless I was just at 3. Oh, yeah. Oh no, have I gone overboard? I've probably gone overboard. Yeah, what's happening here? It should have said inherited by now. Oh, okay, it says inherited. Okay, that took way more than I expected. So something interesting is going on. That's already done. Activated copper. Devotion increasing. Okay, what was the devotion of this animal? 31%. So we need 3.5, basically, just under. Let's give it a try. I guess we're not going to get around to the bone cat today, but I'm going to continue this basic principle off camera with pretty much all the creatures. Get all these eggs ready for hatching. Tamicina still, yeah, activated copper. I went too far. There we go. Also takes a fair amount of this for a full dose. Some things like activated indium take a smaller dose, but they don't do the same things. They are a different mineral. So you have to keep track of what things do and how much you need. Also, this is normal mode, so you can't exactly do this with every mineral. Some things you need like 400 to get a full dose, and you can't do that. You can only do 250 in permadeath or survival. Oh, I didn't read. Were we done? Oh, well, we'll find out in a second. I doubt we were done. Activated copper, still increasing. Okay. In theory, that's the last one, but I lost count, so we don't know. Inherited. Okay, great. I guess I could make a save. I'm a little bit worried about the, whatchamacallit, aggression, no, helpfulness, chromatic metal. Whatever, if it's fully aloof or something, I'll just hatch a different robot egg, and we'll try that. Make a save. Let's hatch. Oh, I can't hatch that egg. We're going to have to find out later for that one. All right, well, I'm comfortable with that. You know what? In that case, then, let's make some more modifications. I'm done. That one I do want to play around with in one regard, and I don't need to see the results to know that we're successful. We can try, when we are ready to hatch that egg, to play around with the color and with the mutations, you know, with the anatomy and the coloring. But right now, I want to make it bigger, a lot bigger. And I haven't done any research on this. I don't know what element makes these creatures bigger, but let's figure some stuff out. Let's see what this does. 100% dose increasing. I got lots of this stuff. I am totally willing to spend some geodesite. I'm willing to bet storm crystals have the same effect. We could try that. There we go. Yeah, height increasing, dose 100% for one. We'll use one of them. Why not? I don't know how many it's going to take to get to maximum. I don't think you can go around the bend to small size. Geodesite. There we go. Increasing still. Okay. And the reason I want the robot creature to increase in size to maximum is because I think they get to 3 or 4 meters or something like that. Oh, there's a single one by itself. Increasing still. Perfect. Because they're very, very fast animals already, and if you increase their size, you can make tremendous strides across the scenery. Very fast. So that's what I would like to achieve on that thing. Height is still increasing. Okay, it's getting bigger. I'm not really worried about ruining this one. It's still a test egg because I can't hatch it. I'll have to figure this out tomorrow. See if it worked or not. At worst, I wasted some resources. All right, inherited. Back out of the menu. We're done. I'll go make a new autosave. And you know what we'll do is we will fly down to, you know what? That's unfortunate. I really wish I had started on the planet when I was hatching this egg. The problem was that I hatched it yesterday and then I couldn't, or I laid the egg yesterday and I couldn't hatch it. I had to wait till today to hatch that egg for our new pet that we did hatch and replace our old one with. But now I am ready because I have an open slot to receive our new pet. Do we need to hatch these on the target planet? No, we just need to lay eggs on the planet. But fortunately, let's go back into that menu just before we go. I like that you can access this menu from your ship. It's interesting that it doesn't pause the game, so if pirates attack us, you know, we'll have to watch out. But it's normal mode, whatever. Okay, Orbi. Let's click on Orbi. Native climate, unusual. Native climate, unusual, unusual, unusual. You're the odd man out, Diplo. And you're really tiny, 0.2 meter Diplo. Not even 2 meters tall. We're going to definitely fix that with like a tall Diplo. But I would also try mutating it a bit and see what we get. Let's see what we can do with the Diplo. We'll get around to that. That's not a priority. These guys are on the menu. This guy's on the menu. I want to change the colors, see what we can do with it. I think this green pattern on the back, this yellowy green, that sort of has a fade on the front. I think we will be able to affect that one. I don't know if we'll be able to change this reddy, muddy brown there. Maybe. We'll see. Just head down to the base and we'll call it the orb and we'll take a look in apparently not daylight. Of course it's not daytime here. This is the temporary base I've got going on to help with construct and outpost missions. I'm slowly building it up to have all of the pieces that we're going to need for auto completion on all of those. Unfortunately, this really nice looking planet has aggressive animals that do attack the player. They're not really too deadly, especially on normal mode. Oh, please don't crash, game. Whew, I've had some problems with the game lagging out and wanting to crash. Laid out the exocraft here just to check their inventories while I was doing some inventory sorting stuff. Let's head over this way. Maybe we won't have those aggressive animals. Okay. Creatures. No. Orbi. Yeah. Pretty cool. I really like it. It reminds me of something that I am not really remembering. I'm hoping it's not like the thing in Sphere, a sort of terrifying movie. But it's really cool, especially on these bubble planets. And when you can ride it, it looks a lot like you're just riding a wisp of air, sort of. Or water, I guess, a ball of water. Like water bending. If Avatar The Last Airbender used a ball of water instead of a ball of air to ride, that's what it sort of looks like. Or an oil slick. Maybe if Captain Pollution had an animal, it would be this. This Orbi boy. Alright, well, we get to see sunrise. Get to see the pretty colors here. We got to see the glowing grass. We got glow grass, we got bubbles, we got pink trees, we got blue trees. It is blue skies. But yeah, not perfect. we're going to have to keep looking. We don't want one with aggressive animals. We do want one with maybe white grass and blue skies. That's the dream. I'm going to keep looking. Maybe we'll get around to exploring next time. We'll see how it goes. We'll probably be doing that on permadeath before we do that on normal mode here. But we'll figure that out next time. And until then, everyone, have a good time.